to another episode of On a Mission. I'm your host, Dr. Wendy Norfleet with Norfleet Integrated Solutions. And it is my pleasure to have with me today Karen Schoen-Kiewert. Sawgrass Country Club.
No, that was great.
Is that good?
That was good.
Okay, I was like focusing on that name.
No,
okay,
you're
making
good.
Sure. I was like, did it sound right?
It does.
All right, welcome, Karen.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. Love this opportunity.
So, Karen, how did you get involved with the Sawgrass Country Club?
So actually, I worked for a few years at Florida State College, and I saw an opportunity at Sawgrass Country Club with the marketing department, and that's where I was able to grow into the role of membership and marketing director there at Sawgrass.
Okay. And you've been there quite a number of years.
8 years.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, and so tell us a little bit about, for those who have never been there, what is Sawgrass Country Club?
Of course. So we are a 5-star premier platinum club here in Northeast Florida. We are a members-only club, so we are limited to how many members we have available, meaning vacancies. So because of that membership cap, we're really able to provide a top-notch member experience for our membership. So it's a very gratifying experience, especially when you're able to serve individuals in the community, whether they're a member or they're a private or public organization.
Okay. And so one of the things, you know, I'm not a member, but I have gone there several times because of events you have and different things like that. It is a beautiful place.
Yes, it is. It is. And we're known, we were the original Players Championship, so it did move across the street. That whole Ponte Vedra area, a lot of people do get it confused between TPC Sawgrass and Sawgrass Country Club. So we were the original, established in 1974, and we had the original tournament until about the early 80s. And then now it is across the street. So we do carry such historical history that from our tennis, Bosch and Lom, Lipton Cup finals to all the way to the tournament players. So lots of history, but now we focus more on the member experience and the exclusivity of that.
So tell me your experience in, you know, being over this area as a woman.
As a woman, so with a different type of clientele, the clientele that can be used to a certain way that they like things. So making able to provide that service, communicate effectively, and ultimately teaching your staff who's never really been in an environment like that, that there's always a resolution to every challenge, and that is something that you learn over time, where you learn not to take things personal. Not all the time someone who is upset or is showing something that they're not happy with. It's not necessarily a reflection of yourself. So I think learning and teaching your team to know that this is member focused and ultimately making sure that they get that full experience.
When I work for companies like that, I always tell my staff, I always say, you know what, without the members or without the clients, we wouldn't be here. And so we have to keep that in mind when we're doing things like that.
100%. We're there to serve, and we're there to provide an exceptional experience.
And I think when you come at that type of job with a servant attitude, it's a lot better than you saying that, you know, well, I'm doing this and I'm helping them. And
exactly. I think I'm a very big believer in servant leadership.
Me too.
I think that servant leadership really empowers your staff versus from a dictator standpoint. I hate to use that word, but that's how I genuinely feel. And, you know, to see the growth and to see the progression within myself as a woman working in several industries to seeing the staff like I have here today and staff overall, seeing them grow as females and working in an environment that can be very male dominant, very male heavy. It's important that they know their strengths and they know that their weaknesses are their strengths. And it's important that that servant leadership value is really taught in the correct way, where they know that we're not just here, I'm not dictating a boss. We're here as a team, and you have the choice to go ahead and make the choice that you want.
And I think that's really important. I've worked with so many different types of leaders, and, you know, good and bad. And I think we learn something from all of them.
We do.
But, you know, as we build ourselves up as leaders, then we always, hopefully, we want to embody the good.
Yes. I think the most gratifying thing as a servant leader is just seeing your team. I just recently had an associate that was promoted to a director position, and I think instinctually you kind of feel, oh, you know, I'm losing such an integral team member, but at the same time,
you're so happy for them.
So elated. This was growth. This was what you're here for. This is your life experience. And
you always want your team members to grow.
Yes, and ultimately knowing that, I think the best thing is you always remember the leaders that made an impact on you. It doesn't matter how old you are. And ultimately, you want to be like them, but you want to be better than
Right,
them.
right.
Just like you are as a parent,
Right.
you know, you want to be better than your parents. I think as a servant leader, you learn from the mistakes your past leaders have done
Right.
where they didn't provide that experience. And I love doing that. And that's what's the most gratifying. Besides serving the members, it's serving the staff and making sure they have everything that they need to have a full, you know, lifelong experience that they can take into whatever they choose down the road.
Wow. Well said. Karen, thank you so much, and thank you for all that you do. And I'm sure the
Yes.
members are like, you know, you've been there 8 years. They probably say she better not go anywhere.
Right? Yes, but it is a pleasure. It's an honor. Thank you for reaching out to me, Dr.
you're
Norfleet.
welcome.
And I know your business, you do so much, and hopefully we can connect for
I
future
know.
business.
That would be great.
Yes.
All right,
So
thank you.
you.
Thank you so much for joining us today. It was great to learn more about Sawgrass Country Club and Karen's position, and how she is such a servant leadership and developing her team. And so please check out this interview, and we'll see you next time on Buzz TV.